Hello everybody, welcome back to Burnt Church. I hope everybody's having a good day. It's been an old dreary, cold day here. It's been real cold. I don't think it's got much out of it. Probably around 32 or 3 all day. It's been pretty cold. And they're calling for a chance of snow tonight and tomorrow. I don't think they're calling for us to get very much, but on up in East Tennessee, I think they're talking like they may get an inch or two, something like that. But other than that, it's just been one of those days we've been hanging out here in the shop, and I know some of you are probably wondering what's behind the curtain back here. And I've been working on a project here today since I really didn't have a whole lot to do. Some of you that keep up with the community post, y'all probably seen some pictures of what's behind the curtain. But any of you that's new here, leave us a comment of what country or what state so we can put a pin on this map for you. Just to see how far out in the world that we're reaching here at Burnt Church. And one of our subscribers, Roger, and myself and my wife, we came up with this idea a couple months back, and didn't any of us know that the other one was thinking about it. Well, except me and my wife, we kind of know we was talking about it. But as we were talking about it, Roger sent me a message and said that I ought to do this mount. And it's been a blessing to the channel, and we've got a lot of pins, and I thank God for it. And anybody that has any ideas like that, or any kind of idea, either leave me a comment. My email is in the description below every video, if any of you want to email me. Now, I hadn't got a P.O. box yet. I'm still working on that. Them things are outrageously high. They're around, I think, $170 a year here. And I just can't afford to do that right now. And I don't ever have anybody really wanting to send me anything, so I can't see the point of paying $170 for something that I'm not going to use. Now, if people starts emailing me or something and wanting to mail things, I'll try to get some way to mail it, but as of right now, I don't have a post office box. Well, we're going to get into what's behind this. I'll show you a few things that I've got back here that I've been working on. Some of you that don't watch all the videos, y'all might not have seen some of this stuff. We've been working on a couple of little chop blocks. And I've done several videos, some shorts. I've done a long form video of finishing these. I went ahead and put that same butcher block, that Howard's butcher block conditioner, I went ahead and put it on this one also. Now I'm still not through with this one. I still got to trim it up. And I may round the edges over on this one. And I kind of had a thought about putting a groove around here. They call that what do they call that? They call that something on a butcher block. If you're cutting something wet, that keeps it from running off the butcher block. I don't know, a fluid groove? I don't know really what it is. But on this small one, I'm not going to do anything else to it. This is pretty much it on the small one. And I haven't decided what I'm going to do with them yet. And as soon as I decide, y'all be the first ones to know. But if y'all would, put it down in the comments. Do you think I should put a groove around this one, or just leave it like it is? And I kind of thought about cutting some little indentions in the ends to make it easier to pick this one up, because it's pretty heavy. All right, YouTube, the way it is, you can't hardly hide anything in a video, so probably the name of this video has done given away what's behind my curtain back here. And always, anybody new here? Any of you new here, do this, please. Any of my old subscribers, please look and make sure you're still subscribed. We've had an awful time lately. We've probably lost 15 or 20 subscribers in just a day or two. And it's never happened like that before. I've lost 1 or 2 alone. But we've lost probably 15 or 20 in the last few days, and that's not normal. Now don't click off just yet. I'm going to bring you over here and let you see this a little closer. I know there's probably some of you here just for this, and I'll bring you over here closer to it so you can see it. I forgot about these boards. This is another project I'm working on. It may wind up like these. I'm not real sure yet. I got them glued together. And that's walnut, poplar, and white oak. So what we've got here is I've had trouble with this new miter saw. I bought this, I think, last year, and my dust cover wouldn't work on this one. This one is the Dewalt Series 779. It's the sliding compound miter. It compounds both ways. And it takes a big dust catchment for it. As you can see, this will work on 60 degrees. And it'll work on 50 degrees. Now, it won't work on the compound on that direction, but on this direction, I can still turn it on the compound and use it. But this dust collection right here, I've just used it a few times, and it seems like it's going to work real good. I'll bring you on over here now and you can get a closer look at it. Now this here, these arms, they were already on this. I just built this part back here. And you can see I've got a vacuum hose up top. And I've got a vacuum down at the bottom at the back. Now you can see dust collecting in here. It's not going to get all the dust. When you get a little pile back here, you either have to sweep it out or you have to sweep it over to that vacuum and let it pull it out. And what I've got back here, so this is just an old piece of an army pup tent that I've got wrapped around it. I done that to keep the weight of it down because it was getting awful heavy back that way. And on this stand I've got it on, it's going to want to try to flip it backwards. I put a weight down here, right here. That's probably 40 pounds, 30, that's probably 30 pounds. It's a hunk of lead, and that helps a lot. I've got a third leg in the back there to keep it from going back any further than this. But if you're doing this on an actual bench, you haven't got that to worry about. My frame, it's all out of just rough sawed wood. I was really just doing this temporary to see that it would work. And I may redo it later on and make it a little nicer looking. But it works good right now. I'll cut a board here for you and let you see. Slick. So you can see that contains the sawdust pretty good. What I was really trying to do is that fine dust that comes up away from the saw that you breathe, that's what I was trying to stop. And I think that's stopping a whole lot of it. I sawed some cedar in here a little while ago, and usually when you saw it, that powder dust, you can just see it everywhere. And I didn't see it a while ago, so I think this is working. Anybody that's wanting to build one, it was real simple to build. I know it looks like a behemoth, but if it keeps the sawdust contained inside there, I'm going to be happy. I can't get over this maple. That's what this right here is, it's maple. And where that cut it, it's just as slick. I reckon because that maple's so hard. I'll show you something back here that we've got. Right here is what I've got. All of this is maple except this piece right here. And it's red oak. It's a quarter sawed red oak, so the grain's standing up in it. But all this other here is maple. This one right here, it's a piece of maple. Now, it's not from this tree. I've had this one leaned up back here probably for a year, and we've built some things out of it, picture frames and things, and carried them in the house, and they've not drawn up any. What I've done is this stove stays on pretty much 24 hours a day. And with this lumber leaned up back here by it, it helps to dry it out and cure it pretty good. I know it's not like a kiln dry, but it's as close as I've got right now. And I've got a project coming up here in a month or so. Probably whenever this gets dry is when we'll start on it. I've got one of them little testers, and I'll keep a check on it. And when it gets as dry as I think it needs to be, we'll start on that project. But that's about all we got going on. It's getting pretty late. Getting about supper time. I'm about ready for it too. I'm hungry. I'm always hungry. There's one thing about it. My daddy always says, there's nothing wrong with my appetite. He said he'd never seen anybody eat the way I eat. But y'all don't forget, leave me a comment what you think about the groove around this chop block here. I'll leave it up to y'all. If y'all think I need one, I'll try my best to put one there. But that's about it, I guess. If there's any of you that are building one of these and you get hung up on something, just leave me a comment and I'll try to help you out on it or show you pictures, show you some more pictures of this one. The way I've got this one fixed, I can take 6 screws out of it and I can remove it from my stand. I've done that just in case I ever need to do that compound, but I never use that compound. I just use the miter pretty much always. Maybe once or twice whenever we're doing construction work. Maybe once or twice a year I might need something on a compound. And so I don't think I'll ever have to do it. And besides that, I've got another miter saw sitting over here in the floor beside that one. It's just not the sliding miter. So I could do a compound with it. I hadn't mentioned it in a while, but I want to mention in this video that I hope everybody is still prepping and getting prepared for the things that are coming. This 2024 could bring a lot of things that we don't need to our country. The things that's going to go on in 2024 with a new president, it could go bad one way or the other. Regardless of who wins, it could go bad. And if there gets to be unrest and stuff in the streets and trucks can't move and fuel starts drying up, because if there's not trucks running to carry the fuel, there can be boatloads of it sitting somewhere. And if trucks can't move to carry it, it don't matter how much you have. If the fuel dries up, the food will dry up. I hope everybody that's watching is preparing for their family. As a man, I know what it is to want to be prepared for your family. Any situation that comes up, as a man and the head of the house, you want to be prepared to take care of it. And I just hadn't mentioned it in a while, and I thought I would just throw it back out there. We are preppers here at Burnt Church. We try to stay prepared for common sense things that I think could happen. And civil unrest is one that could happen. It has happened before. It never has really affected us here where we're at. But if you lived in amongst where the unrest was happening, you were having a disaster. So I thank y'all for watching. I pray God blesses you, and I'll see you in the next one.